Hi everybody, my Artsnacks box came, so today we'll be taking a look inside of that to see what we can make with it. Now Artsnacks is a monthly subscription box that they send you a small handful of art supplies, and then they have a challenge where you're supposed to go through and see what you can make out of just those supplies. I really like these boxes because you don't know ahead of time what you're getting, and that kind of promotes the creativity of it. It's a surprise. Surprise! This one didn't come with any paper, so I will be supplying my own paper for that. And let's get into it and see what we can make with them. Let's see what we've got here. Always come back and read these after I've taken a look. I like to try to figure things out without reading the directions first. I'm just that kind of person. Oh, a lot today. That's spilling it everywhere. Not good that this looks like the lid was off when I received it. Here's hoping that it hasn't dried out already. Take a look here. Yeah, that's not very... That's going to be a shame. Because that looks like it's actually a very nice brush pen. Very fine tipped. Let's try that. Nope, completely dried out. So that one's a wash. That's a shame. Might have to pull one of my other the brush pens I already have out just to fill in for that. Candy, which I will give to someone else. Sticker. A squeaky bird. Princeton Lauren Series 4350 Golden Synthetic Brush, round size 2. We'll see how well that picks up the color. To Faber-Castell Polychromos in grass green and Caput Mortuum. And last we have watercolor stick. It's basically watercolor paint that has been shaped into a pastel shape and then dried. That graphite gray. Before I start drawing on the paper, I like to do some swatching on the outside of the box here. Watercolor stick, you can use it a couple of different ways. You can draw with it directly, like you would any pastel. Then you can come back in and wet it down once it's already been placed. And you can see that keeps the line in there. So that can be good for shading, or if you want to do an outline of something. Or you can take it into wet paper, wet your surface down, and then draw with it. And that'll give you a darker line, usually. Sometimes depending on the kind of paper you're using, you might get a little bit of feathering from that effect. And the other thing you can do with these, which honestly is how I usually end up using it, is you can just wet your brush down and go at it just like you would a pan watercolor. What can I do with black watercolor, brown and green pencils? Let's get this set up and see what we can do with it. So, final verdict. Pencils are very nice colored pencils. They're very smooth. They didn't, when I sharpened them, they didn't crack, they didn't come apart. They went down very smoothly on the paper, which I appreciated. They didn't blend very well with each other, but I think that was the two colors more. I think that was the two colors more than the pencil composition itself, because, you know, brown and green. The Princeton Lauren paintbrush was a standard synthetic, that's what I mean. The standard synthetic brush. It you can't see it, I don't think. Yeah, it won't focus. But a few of the bristles have started to come off the side already, and I've had it open for a few hours, and I've been using the tube on it. So I don't know about that. Also, the bristles turned green, even though the paint is gray. So it must have picked that up from the colored pencil, but it wouldn't wash out. I like the watercolor stick. That will definitely get used. One of the things I liked about it as compared to a regular pan watercolor, which is what I expected it to go on like, is that the stick itself dried out really fast. So when I would put the water on it, if it was in a pan, you just get a pool of water and it would take a while to dry off. But by the time I was coming back to it to get more paint, it had already soaked the water right up, and I could take this with me without having to worry about the wet paint getting everywhere when I was done using it. So I really liked that. Sadly, as I said, the brush didn't work because it came with the cap off. That's not Artsnacks' fault. That just, sometimes these things happen. The lid is not very, like, it clicks. I can see why it came off though, because it comes off very easily. And that's a shame, because it looks like it would have been a very nice one to use. The brush part is very small. Instead, I used my Plumchester, which is my favorite brush, and it is, I believe, a brand put out by Artsnacks or partnered with them. I've gotten a few of them through Artsnacks. If you are interested in Artsnacks, now they're not a sponsor, but if you're interested in Artsnacks, I will put a link in the description of the video so that you can go and take a look at their different plans. They've got a couple of different ones. And if you are a subscriber to Artsnacks or any of the other boxes that are out there, if you've got artwork that you've done for this month, I would love to see it. Go ahead and post a direction to it down in the comments below. And if you liked this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and click the bell to be notified when I post new videos. Tentatively every Friday, at least, maybe with a few bonuses. See you next week. This time with 100% less rambling off the point. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe I can't do this without rambling. It's like he can tell when I hit the record button, because that's when he starts screaming. Surprise!